I am Jordy.
And I am Steven.
And this is Thorndale Theater Talk. This is a podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, and everything in the entertainment industry.
That's right.
Yeah. I am right.
Not always.
True, but I can be right.
Sure.
You never give it to me.
Sure.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page at Kibbles312, and at Steven Centrella. Also, our Facebook page to follow Thorndale Theater Talk, and to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you don't like. All that jazz, as those young kids say.
Those young kids do say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, remember to listen to our 58 other episodes on podcast streaming services like Apple Podcasts, Breaker, and Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
That is correct. You are correct, sir.
Where's the excitement?
The excitement, it was coming, but I kind of messed up, and you're correct.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Am I correct because you chose a noise that says correct answer? Okay. Steve-O, what was your movie of the week?
My movie of the week was Chinatown. It's an older movie from 1974 with Jack Nicholson. It's a film noir kind of movie.
Yep.
So basically, what the movie's about, so Jack Nicholson's character is a private detective, and so he kind of, someone hires him to do some investigating, and because the woman says that she believes her husband's been cheating on her. So he does this investigation, and then it turns out to be a very important person in the city, and it hits newspaper, and it turns out the lady who hired him was an imposter. And the photos that were leaked was just a picture of the guy and his actual wife. So he kind of gets caught in this like little triangle thing, and then the guy he was investigating ends up getting killed, and so he just keeps going further in the rabbit hole trying to figure out this mystery. Actually, some of it does take like based on true events, but not like exact true event.
Right.
So there was like a water scandal that was happening in Los Angeles in the 70s, like a drought. So it takes place during that, which actually did happen. So they use that as a kind of a premise thing to tell this story.
It was also directed by Roman Polanski.
Yes, it was directed by Roman Polanski. So it's a very good movie. Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, isn't it really good?
Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Great performance by Jack Nicholson. It's just a great movie overall. It really keeps you interesting because things are constantly going. There's not really a dull moment. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can check it out there. It's a very, like I said, things are always happening, so it's a very interesting movie. Definitely would enjoy it.
I could be wrong, but I think he was nominated, Jack Nicholson. I think he was.
I know he was nominated for One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Well, yeah.
That was a couple years later.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I could be wrong with that, but yeah, that movie's really good. I've seen it before.
Yeah, so definitely check it out. It is on Amazon Prime. It's an older movie, but it's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Definitely worth watching. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure. I wish I had Jack Nicholson's life.
Who wouldn't?
I met that character. I met both. I don't know. What was your movie of the week? Why was your movie of the week?
All right, so I finally watched one of Tarantino's movie that's very hard to find, but it is on Amazon Prime, actually.
Nice.
It's called Grindhouse Death Proof.
Grindhouse Death Proof.
Yes. It came out in 2007, so I kind of wanted to... I looked a little bit in researching why it's like called Grindhouse Death Proof and all that, so... He came out with a movie with a director named Robert Rodriguez who did Spy Kids, and I think he did Sin City.
Yeah.
His movie came out, I think his was called Grindhouse, or I could be wrong.
Okay.
And I know Tarantino's movie's called Death Proof. And they kind of made like a 60s to 70s homage to where while the movie's going on, there was like oncoming attractions. So like there would be kind of like, it would cut and then it would go to like a, some random trailer of something, and then goes right back to the movie. So because when you see Death Proof, there's some weird in Amazon Prime, there's like weird cuts where it like seems kind of out of place, but that's because that's where like that fake trailer would have been.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. It's kind of confusing. But anyways, his movie's called Death Proof. It's like an hour, 50 minutes long. It's with Kurt Russell. It's about this stuntman who is, I guess he's a serial killer, and you see there's two events where he like kind of stalks his prey and goes at it. So there's two separate events that happen in the movie.
Okay.
It's good. I like it. It's labeled as one of his like lower tier movies, which I can understand because there's not really character development. It's just this maniac and then these two groups of people that you see.
Okay.
It's crazy how Tarantino's, I think his like writing is amazing. Like his dialogue still keeps you intact even though there's not really like character development. It's just like, there's always dialogue going on. You get to know these characters as they go on, and then you see obviously in the background a little bit of Kurt Russell doing his thing. Kurt Russell's great in it.
Right.
Kurt Russell's a great actor. I'm trying to not get like spoil the movie, so that's why I'm trying to
keep it without spoil.
Yes.
I get it.
So it's just two events where Kurt Russell like basically tries to murder these people.
Perfect.
And his name is Stuntman something. I forgot his name.
So you can check this movie out on
Amazon Prime.
The Prime of Amazon.
Sorry, I kept going out of portion, but it's just crazy that Tarantino can write this movie and you can still be engaged even though there's like no character development. It's just people talking.
Yeah, sometimes good conversations.
Yeah,
I will say that's all.
Pulp Fiction, he's amazing at. That's one of his his like the diner scene in the beginning and Samuel L. Jackson's part. Like it's great. But yeah, I personally would recommend it because I'm a huge Tarantino fan. But just see it on Amazon Prime.
Yep, check it out on the Prime of Amazon. You can check both of our movies out on the Prime of Amazon.
On the Prime of Amazon.
So what's going to be your movie this week?
My movie this week is a movie that we have talked about for Newsworthy. It's called The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Okay.
The animated movie that just came on Netflix. It was written by either Chris Miller or Phil Lord. One of them that directed 21-22 Jump Street, who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Obviously very talented. It's gotten very good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm pretty excited.
All right.
Yeah, it's about that post-apocalyptic world about robots taking over the universe and this weird family, the Mitchells, trying to save the world. That's pretty much it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Steve-O, what's your movie of the week this week?
My movie of the week this week is Inside
Llewyn
Davis. Yeah. It's a movie that came out in 2013.
So good.
It's a drama music movie. It stars Oscar Isaacson. It has Carey Mulligan in it, JT, Justin Timberlake, and John Goodman. So the movie takes place in the 60s in New York City. A folk singer is at a crossroads, and he struggles against lots of issues in his life. So
it's very good. I've seen it. It's Coen Brothers movie.
It's a Coen Brothers movie. They're
like one of my favorite directors. It's very good. This is where Oscar Isaac got his big break.
So yes. It's got great reviews both on Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes, both in the 90s. So
they're very good. Where can you see it, Steve?
I'm going to be watching it on the Prime of Amazon. So you can watch.
You love it. You love the Prime of Amazon.
Yeah, it's my shit. My shit. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching that movie this week. It's an older movie, not older, 2013.
Yeah,
7 years ago. So if you haven't seen it, you can check it out there. It's gonna be my first time watching it, so I'm excited. I just can't hide it. I want to lose control, and I feel like I like it. Yeah.
I recommend this movie because I've seen it too. So
Perfect.
it's very good.
Perfect.
All right, Steve-O. Well, I watched something else.
What'd you watch?
I finally watched the first season of Mandalorian.
Mazel tov, finally. Getting on it. What's
finally.
it been, 2-3 years since that first season came out?
Yeah, whatever. And then remember I was like, I'll watch it. And I finally did.
Finally did. What are your thoughts, Jordy?
Exactly like you said. Nothing bad about it. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Entertaining. I think it gets better later in the season. It's been out for a while. Can I just spoil first season?
Sure. You can spoil first seasons.
Or a part of it. I shouldn't say the whole thing.
Sure.
It's not really spoiling. Well, the episode with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That's where I think the show got really, I got more invested in. Because from that episode down, I think it got, very good. And I'm like, oh, shit, things are rolling.
Yeah.
That episode was great.
It was a good episode.
it's a good show. I enjoy it. I'm excited for season 2. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I'll tell you this: his character does reappear.
Yeah, I know. I saw like when I was looking, I'm like, oh wow, Bill Burr is in this, and then I see like on IMDb, and then it says 2 episodes. So I'm like, oh, so I know he's gonna be.
He reappears, and I think his character does justice in that episode where he's in season 2. He does a good job.
I love Bill Burr, so I'm excited about that. I like that. I mean, I knew Taika Waititi directed one of the episodes. I think he directed the last one in season 1.
Yeah.
And he's the voice of the I think it was the robot, the one that like remember the one guy that rebuilt that robot and became I'm pretty sure that was Taika Waititi's voice. Oh, but I could be wrong. He voices one of the robots in it.
Okay,
but I'm excited to get into season 2 and
you'll enjoy season 2. I think season 2 is a little better than season 1.
Yeah, that's what I've been told too. So
I'm
not gonna lie, I'm pretty pumped.
It definitely like so. Season 1's great, but then season 2 is I think better.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I'm very excited, and I like how season 1 ends and shows you like the actual plot of where Baby, like what's the reason of Baby Yoda. Yeah. And then that's where I'm like, obviously I should have known this. Like, why the fuck did I not think of this? But it's really cool. They mentioned Jedi at the end. It's really cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to see season 2 and.
Season 2.
Check it out on Disney Plus. All right, Steve-O, let's get to the news.
Perfect. We're going to get to the news, everybody. Jordy, where do we get our news from?
ScreenRant.com.
You finally say it with some conviction and some cojones.
You like it? You love it?
Finally. Yes, we get our news from ScreenRant.com. First piece of, multiple news. So, Marvel has released the dates of 3 major movies. So, Captain Marvel 2, Ant-Man 3, and Black Panther 2. The titles have been released. The dates have been released when it's coming out. So, Ant-Man 3, which we knew about the title for a while now, Ant-Man and the Quantumania. So that movie will be coming out February 17th of 2023. Then we have Black Panther, which is called Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which will be coming out July 8th of 2022.
So next summer.
And then last but not least, Captain Marvel 2 will be called Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels. Very creative.
I think it's just called The Marvels.
The Marvels. Perfect.
Like, I don't think it's called Captain Marvel 2 because they're introducing, like, Miss Marvel. All right, whatever.
Well, interesting.
Yeah.
So The Marvels, which is the sequel to Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Will be coming out July of 2022 as well. So that's going to be a big summer in July. That's going to be a big summer. So, just big month between Black Panther 2 and Captain Marvel 2. Mm-hmm. It's going to be big. Going to be big.
So, and you can see a trailer for their Phase 4 that's out on YouTube right now.
Yes.
Where they explain it all. Well, not explain it, you just see it.
Well, you just see a glimpse of,
Yeah, they also mentioned the Eternal. I mean, we already knew the Eternal's date, but they show, 2 or 3, quick clips that you see for, 3 seconds. So you see, Kumail Nanjiani, Angelina Jolie, and Salma Hayek in it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, Phase 4, we're getting more of a big picture of what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, they've got a lot going on.
They got a lot going on. They know they're a man on a plan, or a woman on a plan.
Either one.
All right. So next big piece of news. So the Flintstones, they're doing a sequel show. It's currently in the works. So, and it will be about Pebbles. So the daughter of Velma and Fred, and will be voiced by Elizabeth Banks. So the sequel of the Flintstones. Here we go.
It's a show.
It's a show. Come on, Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock. Yep. All right. So,
Steve-O gets into those musical numbers, you know that.
Yep. So it's currently in the works right now. You got Elizabeth Banks who's signed on it. So we'll see who else gets more involved.
Big name
right there. So
love Elizabeth Banks. She's the greatest.
Yeah, she's awesome, and she's also directing the Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, no, dude, that's all. If you don't, first of all, if you don't love her, I don't understand you. But come on, directing a movie called Cocaine Bear about a true story about a bear taking cocaine on accident is just like
eating.
I know it's like the whole deal of like how it got there and stuff, but still, like that's fucking hilarious.
Eating.
It's not hilarious because of what happened to him, but it's just crazy.
I don't know. A bear eating $20 million worth of cocaine is kind of funny.
I mean, he probably died, right?
Oh no, he did. Yeah,
I was like,
he ate $20 million worth of cocaine.
That's nuts.
So think about it that way.
That's nuts. This is exciting.
Yeah, this next piece of news is pretty exciting. So Donald Glover reveals he's working on a trilogy of movies. So he's currently filming seasons 3 and 4 of his show Atlanta, that's on FX. But he also, during that time, he's been writing a trilogy of films. We do not know what the films are about or the premise, but he's announced that it will be the next big project he would be working on.
Right.
So
it's crazy because he has that, and then he came out with the Mr. and Mrs. Smith that's going to be on Amazon Prime eventually with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Or I probably said that wrong in the order. Oh, thank you. I mean, always the busiest man that I know that I know of in Hollywood. He's always, I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
He does. And one thing I'm still waiting for from him.
Him and Taika Waititi, too.
They're
just like crazy. All right, what are you waiting for? Don't say it. What are you going to say?
You said don't say it, but you want me to say it.
Yeah, say it.
All right, but it's more from his music career. I still want
another album?
I still want him and Chance's album together. So, still waiting for that.
I have a feeling it'll come out. We just have no idea when. Like, it could be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But also, it could be in like 8 years.
Yep. So we'll see what happens. So
yeah, we will see what happens. I thought you were gonna say the Community movie, although he doesn't really technically. He doesn't write it, but
he doesn't write it. He just has a star in it, and that's
it's literally it's like technically on him. And it's not on him in a bad way. It's just he's the busiest person ever, so it's hard.
No, it's also apparently on Dan Harmon too. I read an article recently saying it's not just on Donald Glover; it's also on Dan Harmon because they want him to write it.
Of course.
But again, he's got to find time to write it, and then
with Rick and Morty and his new show on Fox.
Exactly. So he's also a busy man too. So again, it's
maybe on the right time, maybe not. Who knows?
We'll see what happens. Give it more time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Donald Glover just working at it.
Good to hear.
Yes. Next piece of news. So Riverdale star Colin Sprouse. You all know Colin Sprouse, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Big Daddy.
I was about to say, you better say Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. Joins Lana Condor, who stars in the Netflix, I think it's a show, yeah? That's a movie? I don't remember.
I don't know.
To all the boys I've loved before. So they are starring in a movie together. It's a sci-fi themed rom-com movie. So it's going to be on HBO Max. It's a lot of things going on there.
I don't really have anything to add to it.
Colin Sprouse.
Yeah, nothing bad. I just I don't know. We'll see.
Colin Sprouse. Watch that movie, and you're gonna be like, oh, I remember when I really.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong.
You will be wrong.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
No, you're not. You're not. Hope you will be.
Okay.
You will be wrong.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind. You'll be wrong.
I just go to the next one.
Next piece of news: Taika Waititi will be playing Pirate Blackbeard in HBO comedy. So Taika Waititi's working on a show on HBO that's a pirate comedy musical.
It's called Our Flag Means Death.
Yes, and he will be starring in it as well as writing it and
directing it,
potentially directing episodes, and so he's going to be starring in it as well.
How can you not be excited?
Dude, I'm a big fan of Taika. And again, it's kind of like with What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. So he wrote it, he directed it, and he starred in it. Mm-hmm. And it was such a good movie. Mm-hmm. And they turned that into a TV show. So I'm going to be happy to see this with him. He's really good as an actor.
He's got the comedy chops. So.
He does. I'm excited for this. So it will be on HBO Max and HBO. Yeah, all the above. So be on the lookout for that. Mm-hmm. Next piece of news for those Cobra Kai fans. Come on, Cobra Kai. So season 4 finishes filming. So season 4 wraps up. So they are on track to have the season come out technically at the end of 2021. We'll see what happens. They just finished filming, so they still have to do editings and maybe, again, you never know, potential reshoots, but they finished out all the major parts they need to do, and they said they're on track to come out in the end of 2021. But like I said, we'll see what happens. Because I can see it coming out maybe January 2022 or February, but...
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, but we could see it.
But
it may come out December.
We never know.
Yeah, maybe December, November, who knows?
Yeah, what do we know?
But yeah, hopefully it does come out this year.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Alice, did you even watch any of them?
Nope.
Nope. Come on. It's a pretty good show. You would like it. It's simple, too. It's an easy watch.
Okay.
Get on it, Jordy.
Okay.
All right. Toni Collette joins Colin Firth in HBO Max, The Staircase series. So Toni Collette, she was in Knives Out. She was in Hereditary. She was in Little Miss Sunshine. She was in... That's really all I can think of off the top of my head. But, so yes.
That's a movie?
No.
I know. I was just screwing with you.
No.
I was just screwing with you.
Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb.
I was just screwing
with you. Jordy's...
Sometimes I don't know when to correct the jokes to Steve or not. That was not the right time.
Jordy just doesn't know things. It's okay.
That was not the right time.
It's okay. But yeah, so Toni Collette and Colin Firth will be in this series on HBO Max, the Staircase series, which revolves around a murders that happen based on a murderer. So
yeah, it's weird. I didn't watch it, but I kind of know about it. There's a documentary on it, of True Life on Netflix that you can check out, which I actually might. But yeah.
So fun stuff. Next piece of news. Comedy. Hot Pink casts David Arquette. So David Arquette will be joining the Amazon Studios' new pilot in a recurring role starring alongside Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
So the show is called Hot Pink.
Yes.
Just to clarify. It's weird. I think Comedy is probably the people that are behind it.
Yeah, Comedy is the producing company behind it.
Yeah.
The show's called Hot Pink and stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, and now David Arquette is also on the cast as well. So, should be good, 2 90s stars joining up together. Should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be, yeah.
Yeah, I would say Sarah Michelle Gellar's last thing I know she did that show with Robin Williams, The Crazy Ones. I don't know if you ever seen it.
I never saw it.
It was pretty good. It got canceled after one season, but I thought it had promise. I think it definitely was on a terrible time slot. Best way I could describe, because I only saw it when it hit Netflix, and then I did a little research on it, and they were on I think it was Fridays.
Yeah.
At the worst time. So
no, that sucks. Fridays are not a good time to be.
No, it's not, especially when you have
for obvious reasons, because no one's gonna be home Friday night.
Well, also when you have a big star cast with Robin Williams and then Sarah Michelle Gellar, so I feel that should be on a prime time.
Right.
But hey, I'm not in charge.
Right.
So so she's doing a new show, Amazon Prime. Check it out when it comes out. We'll follow more about it when we hear more news about it. And then second to last. I'm sorry.
Yeah, second to last.
Second to last piece of news. So for those Gossip Girl fans out there, there is a Gossip Girl reboot set to release on HBO Max in July. So it's been highly anticipated, this Gossip Girl reboot. I don't know why they're doing it.
Money, Steve-O, we all know.
Yeah, but it's one thing to reboot a show that's been dead for a long time. Fine, that's fine. I get it. When they reboot the Wonder Years, if they ever reboot the Facts of Life, if they ever reboot
sure. Okay.
That's fine. Those shows have been done for 40, 50 years. Okay. The show was done 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Sure, reboot.
There are people that love it, so
I get it, but
it's for them.
Let it die.
Let it die.
Let it die, and then let them rebury the hatch, or open the hatch, or whatever you want to call it. So if you're, like I said, Gossip Girl fan, be on the lookout for that this July, this summer.
Steve-O is too, so.
Big fan.
You can tell from what we just talked about.
Big fan. Actually, I have seen it, and I called it straight out who was the Gossip Girl, like who was like the main person.
I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's like
that's how predictable the show was.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like I called it right off the bat, and everyone was like, "How do you know that?" I'm like, "You can just tell. Like, come on. Like, you can't tell."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was right.
And then you're right.
Look at that.
Steve likes being right. I don't
Right.
know what that dance was. All right, and the last piece of news. So we all knew Dexter season 9 is coming out, and they came out with a teaser trailer. I won't even call it a trailer. I would just call it a teaser. It's 30 seconds. You can see it on YouTube. It's basically like
just music.
It's music, and then you see him smile.
That's pretty much it. I wouldn't even call that a teaser trailer.
No, it's just called a teaser. Like there's like its own thing. So then I looked up, according to cheatsheet.com, which I don't know how true this is, but I could see it being like the premise of the season, since it's only going to be a 1-season thing, nothing else. It says it's set 10 years after Dexter Morgan went missing in the eye of Hurricane Laura. The revival sees the character now living under an assumed name in a world away from Miami. So, I mean, like you can't. It's hard to make that. I mean, if it's like not real, then I can still see it like being a thing. I don't know. I'm just saying it's off of cheatsheet.com, but I believe it. I mean, you got to do. Obviously, we can all, for people that watch Dexter.
Yeah.
Last 4 seasons weren't the greatest compared to the first 4.
Yeah.
5 was all right. 6, yeah, we don't have to get into it.
We go on. 6 is bad.
8,
7 is worse. 8's so awful.
8 doesn't make sense because I remember seeing the first 2 episodes and being like, wow, this is actually like a cool idea. And then they just like fucked it up in like episode 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's the big reason why this is pretty big news, not just because Dexter's such a beloved show, but it's the executive producer who had the idea of the first 4 seasons is doing season 9.
He's trying to fix his baby.
Yeah, so it's big news. I could see it setting after 10 years and seeing Dexter. I don't even know what it'll be, but I have faith because they said Showtime. There was also, according to that cheatsheet.com, that Showtime's like entertainment, like executive producer said, like we weren't gonna bring it back. I mean, they took this long to come up with a story, so hopefully they fix it. Hopefully. But yeah, you can check out the teaser right now on YouTube.
It's not even worth checking it out. Let's be real.
It really isn't.
It really
isn't. It just confirms, hey, it's coming out in the fall, though.
Exactly. That's
it's just
all
coming out
really
in the fall.
Confirms. Once the actual trailer comes out, we will definitely post it.
Yeah, at least they I mean, obviously they had to have filmed a lot of it, but
there's not much.
Yeah, not much. Is that it?
That is all we have for today on the news, and that's all we have for this episode of Thorndale Theater Talk.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Steven Centrella, on Twitter at Thorndale Talk, our official Twitter page, at Kibbles312, and at Steven Centrella. He's so famous, he's on Instagram and Twitter. I hate myself. Facebook. Remember to follow us on our Facebook page, Thorndale Theater Talk, and our YouTube channel, Thorndale Theater Talk, to like, subscribe, and comment, and also to listen to us every single Tuesday on podcast streaming services like Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Breaker.
Spotify and Breaker, yes.
Apple Podcast, maybe.
Maybe.
See you next week.